I've learned time shows what's hidden in the spaces. Minds change when lines are crossed and trust is taken. I'm not bending anymore. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Wasn't given any worth. You expected I was to keep it. You're gonna see me in a different kind of light. I'm gonna be the one that's stuck inside your mind. Stuck inside your mind. Stuck inside your mind. I'm gonna be the one that's stuck inside your mind. I was the fabric in your hands I'm feeling. You pulled the thread that held my fragile pieces.
As creatives, we're always struggling how to improve our color grading or creating LUTs or sound design. But today I want to go ahead and share with you my experience and how you can create the most perfect LUTs in a simple way so you can match your photos and videos. So let's go ahead and jump into the laptop and I'll be able to show you my techniques and how I can improve yours. But I do want to give you a quick disclaimer that this is not a professional grade like DaVinci Resolve or a software or anything like that. You are going to have to spend a couple bucks, but I promise you it's going to be worth it. And we'll be able to show you how you can improve your style. And I want to see you guys be using this technique as well. So leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about it if you decide to purchase the program. Stay tuned. Let's jump in. All right, guys. So the first thing we're going to need for this tutorial is this plugin for Lightroom called Export LUT. I'm gonna have the links on the website down below so you guys can be able to purchase it and download it as well. You can get a free version, but just go ahead and pick it up. It's 10 bucks. It's a small investment, and then you can go ahead and right away install it and we can start using it. I'm not going to show you guys how to install and download it and whatnot. It's pretty simple, straightforward, and but I'll show you how to export and show you some of the tricks of the trade and what you want to do in order to make sure you get your LUTs looking as accurate as possible with your photos. And you guys can really just experiment and be very, very creative with your videos. Now, I'm already here in the sequence. I went ahead and made everything pretty easy for us. Just to kind of give you a background on the settings that I used a Fuji X-T3 to film this. I used the Eterna profile, and I also did record this in 10-bit. I made proxy files to edit the video a lot faster and easier, and then I went ahead and exported with the full video quality profile. Now, the biggest thing and the most important part is if you're shooting log or an H-log, you want to color correct the video first. I'm gonna say that again. By what I mean by color correct is that you want to, here in your lumetri scopes, you want to make sure your blacks are blacks, your whites are whites, and that you play with your mid-range tones and whatnot. You want to make sure that you can get that color corrected first and add any saturations. Make sure your white balance is on point here. You can check that here with the reds, the greens, and the blues, and see if they're aligned. That means it's pure white. And so this is the reason why I like to shoot in just kind of standard profile or the Eterna profile on my Fujis, because I don't want to have to keep color correcting and doing these things. It just makes my editing process a lot longer. Sometimes I do shoot in log, depending if I have full control of everything, but I do mostly weddings and or collabs and whatnot. So I want to make sure that it doesn't take me forever to edit this footage. Now, once you have that, the next step that you want to do is make sure that you take a frame grab from here in JPEG. This is the biggest factor of all. It's not JPEG, it's not gonna show as accurate, and Export LUT just says you want to use a JPEG file. So you make sure that you export a frame in JPEG. You have that done. Now the next step, you go into Lightroom, you import the LUTs, and at that point you have it imported. You have it here. Now the next thing, I have 3 different scenarios and scenes I like to use. So here I have my LUT or my presets collection for my photos. And so here I want to go ahead and use J4, which is part of my collection part. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys would like to pick this up. I'm going to sell the whole collection for 30 bucks, but I was selling them for a piece for $5. Currently right now I have these three up, so you guys can pick it up. Now I'm going to lower my exposure or whatnot, so you can kind of see already here that the colors are coming back in. Her skin tones are different. It just has a really cool feel to it, and it actually matches the photos really well. And I'm gonna add some photos toward the end of this video so you guys can be able to see what I'm talking about. And now here, before and after, you see how it changes its hues on the colors. Her skin's very vibrant, has a golden feel to it. It just looks pretty good. So what I like to do is just test it as well in different scenarios, and here you can pretty much see the same thing here as well. It just changes, the hues are good. She comes out. You can always play with your temperature on here or on Premiere on the individual clip and not on the adjustment layer, so you can be able to change its overall feel and temperature. Here as well is a different scenario, so just want to see how the colors will look on her skin and whatnot. Sometimes you do make these fine adjustments here. Now once you have a preset that you apply to the photos that you really like, you want to go ahead and convert it into a LUT. What we're going to do with that software, we're going to go into File, and then we go to Plugin Extras, and then we click Export LUT. And what it's doing is just extracting all the colors from the photo. I select photo here instead of actual preset that I have, so it's going to extract all the colors from this photo. It's gonna, you want to make sure that you have an Adobe RGB 1998 quality. You want it high. Maximum is just outrageous, and they're very large files, so we just keep it at high. 64 is pretty standard. And then in this case, you go ahead, pick your file destination, pick the name you want for your LUT, and just export it out. It takes not that fast. It's pretty fast. In the way it actually exports. It takes about maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And so once you have that, then we go back into Premiere. We want to go ahead and apply the LUT here on our adjustment layer. So in here I already have it. I renamed it as this is JR1. So I have it here currently. I changed, and you can play around with the intensity as well. And that's probably one of the most important parts, is play around with the intensity. Sometimes it doesn't look too good when it's too strong. So play around with that, and then here you can kind of see the final look. It looks a little bit different. The highlights, it has a magenta feel, and I played with it a little bit more, which I didn't show in Lightroom, but I played with it, and you guys can see the overall feel and color is right there with the image that I showed here prior. So if you focus here on towards the door in that area, and if you look here, it pretty much matches it. Obviously the tint is maybe a little bit off. That's when you just play around with it, but the overall feel and look of the image and the colors is right there. So guys, I hope you find this tutorial very helpful. I'm going to have all the links down below so you can pick it up. If you want to get a preset from me, I have that down below as well. And now I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys some photos that you can kind of see the colors, how it has a consistent vibe and feel. And if you want to go ahead and follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at JaviReyes18. I'm gonna have that link down below as well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below, and off to the next video, and subscribe as well if you want to support the channel. Appreciate it.
I'm not bending anymore. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Wasn't given any worth. You expected I was